Konnichiwa. That restaurant that you just saw in back of me was my church. Sunday afternoon, and there's a small church here that's getting started in Hiroshima, and that's where they meet. I've been in Japan now for 2 months, and it's given me some time to kind of take in some of the sights and meet some people and see what it's like here in the lay of the land. And here are some of my initial observations and opinions of Japan. The first thing that I noticed was the cars, and I mentioned that before. Not just the styles of the cars, but how clean all the cars are here in Japan. You probably know that Japan is a clean nation. They take really good care of their streets, their yards, their homes. Everything is very clean here. And so are the cars. It's like it's almost a government mandate that people have to wash their cars every day. But on top of that, also the styles, like I mentioned before in another video, they're really cool styles. Even Toyota, you just see different grills, like custom grills maybe that you can buy aftermarket or something like that. Or maybe they're coming out of the factory that way. Lots of different styles of Mazda. You get a lot of these boxy K cars that are really stylish. So cars. This is the atomic bomb dome in Hiroshima, Japan. Even though it's a beautiful day, whenever you come to a place like this, it always carries with it a different set of meanings and memories. But this is a special place for Japanese people in general, but specifically folks from Hiroshima. Just with a reminder of the importance of peace, and something that I think many nations can learn from. Maybe specifically in particular, my home country. So this next point isn't necessarily related. It isn't related to this. I just wanted to share this landmark with you all as I speak. And that is, when I first came to Japan, and the 3 times that I had visited here, one of the things that kind of stuck out is how it's not like super duper techie in terms of having every square centimeter Wi-Fi connected or something like that. I know that if you're from the West, you haven't been here or whatnot, you think animation, you think the best made cars in the world, things like that. But it just seems like every single coffee shop does not have Wi-Fi connection. Or every subway, well, there's no subway in Hiroshima, but Tokyo, things like that, it's more difficult to come by. Another example is when I first came here and I needed to have my internet installed. From the time I scheduled it to the time that it actually got installed, it took close to 4 weeks. That included the Wi-Fi adapter and everything. That's a really long time if you think about it. But it was just something that shocked me. I thought it would have been like you get here and you press a button as you're getting off the plane and these robots kind of kick into play and everything is set up for you at your home. But actually it's not quite that way. It's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, it's just a thing. And it's one thing that stuck out and sticks out about Japan is that it's maybe they don't feel the need to be so super techy and wired every square inch of the way. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe as I live here longer, I'll see that it's a little bit more subtle. But there it is, the atomic bomb dome that withstood the bombing of World War II. And over in that direction is the Peace Park and the museum, and I'll do that in another video. I'm going to pull in the picture a little bit more on this one because I'm in this underground shopping area in Hiroshima. This is downtown Hiroshima. I actually call it uptown. But this third point is something that may or may not shock you. Depends on what your hobbies are. Judo. Something that I really enjoy. It's a hobby of mine. I'm in Japan. Japan's pride and joy, martial art, judo. It is not everywhere like you might think. If you're a judo person, you probably fall victim to this thought that everybody loves judo. It's like this popular thing and everybody knows about it and everybody's at home cheering for judo people on TV. That's just simply not true. It's not that way in Korea. It's not that way in Japan. That's something that I think many of us judo people fantasize about, that it must be that way in the land of judo. In fact, you could put me in front of 100 students, elementary school, middle school, and there won't be one single kid that practices judo. It's a rough sport. Most people don't know about it. Most people don't care about it, even here in Japan. Trying to find a judo school is actually kind of difficult, much more difficult than I had initially thought. But if you want to know what a popular pastime is in Japan, it's just like it is back home. It's going to be soccer, baseball, big sports like that are spectator sports that people like. Not things with throwing people on their heads and choking them out cold and cauliflower ear. It's really no different than back home. It's not popular amongst the masses. It's not popular even here in Japan. And what I mean by that is it's not like there's any evidence of or remnants of the old Japan anywhere. You can go down any street, any alley, and it's all modernized, it's been built out, developed, things like that. By contrast,